everyone!
Hello.
Welcome back to Genshin Impact.
Boom,
And
boom
we
for
are
the eyes,
on
and boom,
the
boom for the
islands.
mouth.
And we have
I
to
need to tighten up that part.
go to the International Trade Association.
Oh yeah, the last time they tried, we have to talk to these people because the first official
Huh?
tried to take us a lot
Hello
of money.
there.
So
You
Yes.
must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately. Is that true?
Yes, left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things difficult for anyone who wants to come here from overseas.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. The Sakoku decree might restrict our scope of activity, but in and of itself, it doesn't stop us from being able to enjoy a comfortable existence. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the three commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason, completely changes the way we pay our taxes. It used to be Mora, but now it's
like the
something
locals
called
don't want
Crystal Marrow.
Outlanders in their islands.
Yeah.
Crystal Marrow. What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya in his youth. So, in order to pay our taxes, we began an arduous search for this crystal marrow. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. The rising demand for crystal marrow drove the price higher and higher.
Sounds like a scam.
Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they
Yeah.
call a monopoly?
Exactly. So this vendor keeps pushing the price up, and we have no choice but to
If
buy
I were
from them
those
because the
Outlanders, I
tax
would just
decree
leave the
forces
island.
us to.
To be honest.
It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits. And once that happens...
absurd.
We've tried communicating with the Commission directly, but this is a nation where the cries of a few struggling merchants will never be heard over the ever-present roar of thunder. Fontaine, my dear homeland. I miss you an awful lot at the moment.
Sounds awful. They're really bleeding them dry. What do you think we should do? But Karisu's the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention,
Maybe
we're
talk to Vendor.
Outlanders too.
Right, and besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor. I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? We could go talk to him and see if he lets anything slip.
Vendor definitely has contact with
Hey,
the local government.
that's a pretty
or
good
something like
idea.
that. That's the only
Since you're not
reason that they
affiliated
are
with the
asking
association
them to
and
pay
you're new to Rito,
So,
he may just let his guard down.
I think it's
If I
time
remember
we go
correctly,
into little
our
diplomacy.
usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it. We're on the case.
Okay, let's find
Yeah, let's go.
the merchant.
So this place is like this universe's version of Japan, right?
Well,
Or sorta.
I don't
sorta.
think I
Yeah, yeah.
recognize you. Are you new arrivals? So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the
That's
whole
true.
darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
I mean, he's not wrong.
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is non-negotiable, not by a single Mora.
Hey, what's your problem?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it weren't for me, they'd be in seriously hot water.
What's
What
your
are we
opinion
gonna do?
about the whole
There's
situation?
no talking to this guy.
But I don't know, I need to know more
Mhm.
about the situation.
Yeah.
Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
Okay, let's investigate more.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No?
You're gonna have
Well,
to
by
help
all
us
means,
help
tell
you.
me what you need. I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he collect on the beach just to get by, but he seems to have suddenly shot up in the world recently. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving the International Trade Association.
He used to be part of the international. Interesting.
You're saying he used to be a member of the International
Well,
Trade
Werner is
Association?
kind of
So he's an Outlander too?
Yeah.
Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading between Leah and Inazuma. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of Outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very generous to him, but over time, with decree after decree, the association members found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet.
So he left the association and turned his back on them.
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and warmth left in them somewhere.
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Now we have to go back to Doctor.
Wait. On this way. But I wonder what we were gonna say.
They're true.
But I guess our main character knows it. So.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what happens.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you.
Okay, so we can say it was the wind, you know,
Oh,
because
Because
he's
it's
from
Mondstadt.
Mondstadt.
Yes, exactly. So
Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt.
I guess we should give him dandelion seed.
is there anything else?
Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back.
Let the wind lead, or
Oh,
Yeah.
my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
It's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up into the sky.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss Lira Harbor.
So we get rid of him by
Liyue.
making him homesick.
Liyue.
Yeah.
So what's from Liyue?
I think these glaze lilies are, or
Okay,
silk
yeah.
flowers, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
They are from Liyue.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore.
Aw, poor fan.
My poor heart can't take it. You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away. Don't you think I've wanted to talk things through with them and free myself from this anguish?
Well, no one's stopping you.
No one's stopping you, so...
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and I'd do whatever they asked of me. And
Okay,
make
now we're getting
monsters
somewhere.
look like
Yeah.
the worst people in the world. Alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get it off your chest. What's the deal here?
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the
Ashigaru
merchants,
were like
then take the
soldiers.
extra crystal marrow they receive and stockpile it.
Or like...
Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants at an extortionate price, with the proceeds going to the tax collection Ashigaru.
It's plain evil gouging them like this.
I'm their puppet, yes. But my cut is a tiny fraction of what we take in total. It's barely enough for me to live on. Evidence? You're right. Without conclusive evidence, he will never admit it. Now that I think about it, whenever I report back to him after a sale, he always heads to the same place. It's always made me suspicious. As it happens, I handed some Mora over to him not long ago. I can show you where he went if you want.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go on an adventure.
Yeah,
How far do we have to go? Ah, not far. Okay.
that's good.
Sorry. I need to think about it.
Keijiro! It's him!
After him.
Follow our plan.
Yeah, but I suppose we have to follow him, like,
So he doesn't know
yeah.
this.
Too close. That's too close.
Ah, amen!
We have to be careful
Who
so
are
that
you?
when if he
Why are
looks
you
away,
following
then
me?
we have to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like he's noticed us.
Okay, okay. I restart. Find his tracks. Wait, no, not.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
there it again.
Okay.
I need to think about it.
You have to be
Keijiro!
Sneaky.
It's him!
sneaky.
After
Look
him.
around. You have to walk around as if you belong to the place, you know. So he doesn't notice you.
Too close. That's too close. He'll notice us for sure.
Good, good. You're doing good. And wait, you have to also wait because he tends to, when he goes down the stairs, look back. So
Yeah.
you have to wait until he keeps
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't.
Actually, that might not be such a bad idea to go up the...
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
See, he's looking.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Good.
He's getting further
Yeah.
and further away!
Yeah, he's not getting further
Now,
and further
who else is
away.
behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Okay, now he's going.
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him... He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
We can see him. He's not getting away.
Yeah, exactly.
He's getting further and further away!
Stop!
Let's catch up a little!
We are catching up.
We can literally see
Where'd
him.
he go?
Yeah.
He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Here.
If only we made less noise.
Clues.
Wait, but now I see like this.
No, but no, we're still supposed to look for clues, right?
Ah, wait. No, we actually have to go back because I suppose we lost him.
What's the hurry?
Really? But he disappeared on the beach.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to be kind of close to him. Then, I
That's
guess?
weird.
Keijiro,
So we have
it's
to.
him.
After him!
Okay, so once he starts running, so now we like go far away from him.
Yeah.
But once he starts going to the beach, we have to be very close to him because that's when he disappeared, and that's when we have to start all over again.
Yeah.
So
Oh man. I hate this part of Genshin where we have to do this not being noticed thing because there were multiple times already like that.
be sneaky, spy.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earn plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work. Should I close my
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the trade association clique still needs to be brought into line.
Okay, now we have to start following. Go, 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 go.
Wait, but
was
he
that
will
sound?
stop there.
Oh yeah.
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing
And once he
things.
starts running, we have to sprint.
Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
No, sprint, sprint, sprint.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
Oh. Okay, now it should be fine.
Yeah, because he didn't disappear right away.
Yeah.
So, uh-huh.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
It looked like he buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look?
He buried the money.
Whoa, it's a ledger.
No, it's a ledger.
Boring! Paimon thought he'd hidden a big pile of
No, this is
boring.
much more interesting.
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one
Kind
proof
of
of his
stupid for
guilt.
them to have such a ledger, though.
Great!
You know.
Well, now
Right,
we
yeah.
have a hard evidence. Let's go tell Karisu the good news, shall we?
I'll say goodbye to you here then.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association. I'm sorry.
Huh. Poor Werner's a pretty awkward guy, huh?
Okay.
So let's go back the association.
What's the hurry?
Ah, there is
We
the
really
guy as
don't
well.
have anything left. If this keeps up, our sales will come in at a loss. There'll be nothing left for us to do but starve.
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true?
You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying
Honest
to earn
living, yeah,
a
sure.
modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike, and us merchants could finally have some more breathing room.
Is that it?
Ugh. Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden? Fine. In that case, I'll send it over to you
He
today.
gets up easily.
And not
Yeah.
even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand. They're never
Of
grateful.
course.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name. You outlanders have no respect for the rules. Seize the merchants. We will resolve this dispute back at
Of course,
headquarters.
the merchants are diseased.
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad direction.
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a dispute to resolve, let's get a drink and talk it over.
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I join you for a drink?
You never heard of the Fixer?
Context, Paimon, context.
Here's my card.
Huh, you're from the Yashiro Commission.
Shh.
Huh, well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission may be, you have no business meddling in Rito's affairs.
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young
One?
I don't know.
lady of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. She's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully in the future.
Toa, what was all that?
Shh, shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else.
Okay.
I see.
Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. All right, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covers, but I'm not even sure myself. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role is to take care of the daughter of the clan, Kamisato Ayaka, also known as the Shirasagi Himegimi.
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan.
Does Sato mean anything in Japanese?
I suppose those who treat others with
Probably, but
compassion
I
earn themselves
cannot
the same
say
treatment in return.
what.
Okay.
Miss Kamisato's situation
Kami is
certainly
something- it's
seems
like
to
God,
attest to
right?
that.
Yeah, Kami is
Take me,
God.
for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend. You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery. But the main thing was, I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, it was you who found the way to turn the situation around. Navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. It's just what Miss Kamisato had hoped to see. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand, and as agreed,
But
I
first
shall
we have
help
to do
set
again
that up for
something
you.
him.
Yeah, probably.
Toma sure didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, my work on Rito is done. So I suppose this is goodbye for now. Oh, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything. See you soon.
He has the same catchphrase as you do. See you soon.
Yes.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh?
There's one problem.
We should get going. Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Paimon forgot all about that! Wait, so did Toma forget that too?
He didn't.
Yeah, probably it's his
Oh,
test.
darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing. As soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon's going straight to Komori Tea House to settle the score! Well, guess we should give it a try. Let's head to the border and see how far we get.
How well we get until here, I guess.
Well,
Stop there. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really gotta get to Narukami Island. It's kinda urgent.
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those are the rules.
As expected. Traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo Commissioner? Guess it can't hurt to try. Even if Paimon has a few choice words to say about his subordinates. Who knows? Maybe he's our biggest fan.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Did you get all that, mister?
My sincere apologies.
Yes, mister.
Yes.
Bye, mister.
What's the hurry? I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of the Hiragi clan. It's an honor to meet you both.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out of Storm Terror's sails and put the Overlord of the Vortex back under the sea, eh?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
So we're getting
And I hear you
Yeah,
also
probably.
foiled a
There's so
fortuitous
much
lot
food
in
related
Liyue Harbor.
thing.
Even
Also
beat one of
the
their harbingers in a duel.
one of the
Is that true?
5.6 is like new things are like a cooking competition.
Yeah.
Yep, it's true, alright.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all. Rito is greatly honored to have you visit us. One other thing I heard about you is your great zeal for helping other people. This makes me
There we
wonder
go.
whether you might be so kind as to render your assistance to the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, sure, no problem. Whatever you need, right?
Excellent. Well then, you must know the Qingxian. A flower grows on the mountaintops of Liyue.
Yeah, I have some, I think.
Yep, we've picked a few of those before. So, you want us to go back to Liyue?
Yes, bring me 300 Qingxian. would you?
300!
Yeah.
Freshly picked, I mean.
I don't know if I can do that.
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Yeah, they don't stay fresh.
Too
if
much
they-
trouble, is it? I see. Then how about this? We have a few items that need delivering. Perhaps you can help with that?
That sounds much more like it.
709 letters to be precise.
Oh my god.
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
Everybody
What sort
is
of an
trying to get,
explanation is
trying to use us. So
Traveler, what
Yeah.
are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
I guess we...
talk to the girl or
No, the girl is probably later
Oh, yeah,
comes in
later.
the picture.
okay.
But I guess we have to deliver 709 letters to
No,
Lee.
nothing
you
will
do.
happen, so
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let
Oh my god, basically meetup. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a very long text about.
Yeah, but there is a noble
She
woman.
wants
Yeah,
to
yeah.
meet her at night?
They
But you
probably
don't
have
seem
like a
surprised
billion
at all by this.
rules about
What's
being.
going on? Huh? Have you been up to something behind Paimon's back? Let's ask her tonight and see what she has to say.
And the appointed time. Lightly perfumed letter.
Yeah.
Now let's. What's between 6 and something? So. You turn the time.
Yes.
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
So she delivered us the
you
letter so we
misunderstand
can
me.
deliver a letter.
Please, allow me to explain.
She likes
I
the
was
guy.
hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamachi of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are
Aw.
prospects for my marriage that
It's
would
Romeo and
better
Juliet.
serve him
Yeah.
politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak so respectfully to someone who wasn't the Shogun. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just so happens that a shipment of goods is... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my letter.
Okay, I guess we don't have to then deliver the 700
No,
line.
that was just a ruse to keep us.
Yeah.
Hold on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure
I'm
safe
not sure this is a
transport
good
of the
plan.
goods.
Yeah.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you? There's certainly no need for you to trouble yourself with such a matter. And as for this qualified
No,
escort...
I don't know what you were.
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to do so.
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temperament. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty to serve her in the utmost capacity.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off at once. Dawdling will only allow potential thieves more time to prepare, no?
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
Transport balloon. Ah. So it has to be done safely.
Yeah, probably will be attacked. There's a timer.
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it. You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms are ridiculous.
That tingle?
Many happy returns. Alley-oop.
More.
Be the whole way. The balloon is already taking damage.
Prepare to counterattack.
Ah,
Protect
damn.
Lady Hiragi at all
Right.
costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Watch out! More monsters inbound. Lady Hiragi, stay close.
There is a huge
Yeah.
something. Samurai kind of thing.
Mighty mythical beast. Congratulations.
Okay.
Good job.
We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamaji to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission. Consider it a token of my appreciation.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but
These
Shinojo, you...
guards are not the smartest, I have to
Yeah.
say.
No, Lady Hiragi would never hide anything from us. I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I
Aw.
love.
Aw.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes,
Their
of course.
Their
As
heads
you
are-
wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food or something to that effect.
We will see.
Huh. Paimon never suspected a guy like him could have a soft side.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure we will meet again.
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
Aw. Aw.
Poor guy.
Ah, the teleport waypoint just unlocked without us touching it.
Okay.
Ah, who are you? Oh, look, a fox.
Hello, fox.
Okay, I will do you. Do that task later.
I see.
But I think first we should continue the main task.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check where we have to go. Right. We got an achievement.
Yay!
For escort the goods safe.
Yay!
And quest. Yes, we still have that on. Okay. Well, on the way we unlock a couple of teleport waypoints, as I see.
Yeah. Nice.
It looks pretty.
Hmm?
That's a huge, like, castle there.
Yeah.
Ah, there is an electro, like, point there. Ah, here we can fight like samurais.
Nice.
See that?
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
guy there?
Yeah,
Ah.
I do.
Wasn't there an electro one, or Ah, it's above me.
So I guess we can't access it. So.
Ah, man. Okay, we will access it later. Ah, wait. We also pick up your quest.
Quest.
Ah, look, there is also a fox.
Nice. That's a fox.
So cute. Okay, but do we play... Wait, now?
Yeah. Yes, now.
Okay, what do we have to go? Claim Tamari within 30 seconds?
Yeah. And there is the blue thing.
That's a viewpoint, actually, but
Okay.
we can check it out.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we anyway will fail.
But there's the distance from target 25, 20, so now we're going further and further. Now we're going closer and closer.
Yeah, well, it's fine. We can do it another time.
Yeah.
We're finally on our own way again.
That's
I
so
suppose
pretty.
it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
To the tea house. Ui. And where is the waypoint? Maybe on top of this? Yeah, oh. Yeah, it should be, I think, on top of this one. Climb. Thank you. Very pretty. I really like the visuals here.
Yeah, it looks very pretty.
All the sakura trees. So it should be somewhere here. Yes.
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Okay.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it.
Okay.
Let's go to the tea house and have some tea.
Okay.
Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to me?
Look at that!
Who forgot their promise? I was beginning to think
Wait.
you'd forgotten about me.
Yeah.
It's him.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax. No need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
All right. I've had my fun.
Hey! You're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long, as was the case in Rito. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived.
Still
But
cute,
in
though.
all seriousness, I would
So
like
cute.
to apologize about that little test you went through earlier.
Very woof.
Though it
Yes.
was quite necessary. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same. But when the lightning struck... so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent
So
god.
far of this place,
It's
I
still
like the
under
dog.
construction
Yeah,
now,
the
but
dog is so
you can
cute.
already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
Can I pet the dog?
Taromaru.
I don't
Woof!
Who's a handsome doggy? Why, yeah. Can you say it? Sit. It's
No,
already
the
sitting.
sit is I can sit.
I can sit. Okay. Good boy.
Good. I suppose we have to go out, but I'm just checking.
Yeah,
Ooh,
check it.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Hi.
And,
Nice. Looks good.
mm-hmm.
But I guess we will not have tea then.
Yeah.
But the dog could like serve us tea.
Yeah, exactly.
So cute.
Reminds me, there's like an internet, there's video for like a kiosk where if you order something, then there's like Labrador dog or whatever, it will bring you in the bag
Oh.
or something like that. And I think in Japan there is some kind of kiosk where the dog is like the,
Yes, where the dog
So
is
I
the
think-
one who is the...
I think that was referencing
Yeah,
that.
maybe. Yeah. Ah, nice. We arrived at the.
Alright.
Okay. Ah, wait. But we have to go here actually. I think. Wait, this way or? I guess. Yes.
I guess. Navigate.
Wait, but what part is like? Maybe it's the statue here. Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay.
Yes, this is with Toma, and the other one was the letter.
Sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt Decree are put into the statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt Decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs, and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's
So,
movement.
a micromanager, or I don't
The
know,
Shogun
like
wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all time.
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind
The
the
background
recent
is so
Vision Hunt
pretty.
It is
Decree,
very pretty.
perhaps the Shogun believes that
So
visions
far,
grant
probably
people
one
the
of the
power to
prettiest
change,
areas we've been.
and that her
Yes.
eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryo Commission to scour the nation for visions, embedding each one in this statue. And this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, oh, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt Decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Okay.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything. Did something happen?
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
So should we follow him now, or what should we do?
Well, we either find the guy or we follow Toma, but I think we anyway have to go in here.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
Kerrigan is... Ah, what? He's over there?
Okay. That's far away.
Okay. I think first then let's find the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that have a special quest here? No. No. Maybe that's a smaller one. Man, I have so many. Ah, here.
There we go. Navigate.
Whee! because we have to deliver the letter.
Yeah, we are mailman, right?
Ah, hi.
Nerd.
No.
No. We're gonna send a letter back.
Probably. Yes. Okay, is that restaurant nearby? Well, it's there. We anyway have to go that way, so let's go first. There then.
Okay.
Ah, there is again a quest waiting for us here somewhere.
There's probably a whole bunch of quests here. In this around. So.
Yeah, although now I lost it. Wait, is it that way? It's that way actually. Okay. Yay! Whee! Ah, there is a cat.
Hello.
Public relations gesture.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Aw. Cute. But we will ignore that for a bit.
Please speak to President Sung. I'm just a helper.
And we go to the main quest, but first we pick up this side quest. Sure. Okay.
Alright.
We pick this up, but again,
yeah,
we will not go with this. We will. We actually are going the wrong way, but anyway, I will put the main quest on because now we are on the side quests.
Okay.
And
yeah, we have.
Hopefully it will navigate us. Ah, there.
Yeah. On the way, we can also open those teleport or like fast travel points.
Okay, we are going the right way.
adventurer, traveler, mailman, and
Yes.
I guess also
Wait.
couples, like, well, not couples therapist, but
Yes.
we're helping people hook up, so...
There was even one more quest, but whatever, we will be anyway back here.
Yeah.
There is at once a lot of quests. Ooh. And these we have to still figure out, I think. Well, we later figure out. And here we go. I forgot that there was a point already where we could have teleported. Well, anyway.
Yeah. You can enjoy the scenery.
Wait. There is another quest, but we will also let that be a bit. We actually have to go this way, but well, you're in the way. I like because even the music in this is quite like...
I know what you mean.
So, it's cool. There is a samurai. We should cross here. There is again some kind of electro... There are some electro puzzles here, as I see. That's definitely connected to there. Okay. Should we just climb? Let's just climb.
Okay.
I don't see another teleport waypoint here.
Okay.
Maybe there will be only one where we actually go.
Can be.
Are you a no, you're not a samurai. I don't know what she... once I fought her somewhere, she can be tough. I don't know what she's supposed to be. I don't like that she's right at the gate, so for me it's a bit hard now.
She's not like a ninja.
But she can like use like that gate thing. Okay.
Winter
Bye.
eventually come.
But yeah, once I fought one, and that was tough because there were quite many enemies as well.
I see. Okay.
Okay, wait. Now I am going the wrong way. Can you stop, like... Okay. At least you have here, like, something. We can't get stuff from it. So go down.
Be gone.
Sorry, pal.
Where did you go? There.
Out of my sight.
Almost up.
Imagine this power flows through me. Ice and snow.
I need those. Okay.
It's good that you can climb so easily in this game.
Yeah, I really like that there is
Come to those who
climbing.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to maybe actually go the other way around here. almost. I think we have to climb up. Wait. I need some kind of entrance?
Then maybe.
But here there is just water, I think. Or can we
There's
enter?
some kind of cave or waterfall maybe here.
Wait, I don't want to drown though. No! Okay. Maybe there is none. Let's go from above.
Can
Because I managed to already drown one of my characters.
Yay.
I'm not done.
What? It's
Yeah.
some kind of... Yes, I think maybe it's actually a poisonous water.
That would explain why your character is drowned so
yeah, and
easily.
I don't have revival items. God.
You don't?
No.
Really? Uh-oh. But you all, how do you run out of revival
Because I
items?
forgot to make, or I forgot to cook. So I really need a cooking place. Because now I have only 2 characters.
Yeah. Ay, ay, ay.
Man. Shouldn't have gone into that water.
Well, but how could you have known that it was poisonous?
Oh
Like,
yeah. Okay, where are we? I don't see anything. I suppose I climb. Oh. Okay, wait. It's so dark that I can barely see what I'm doing. Okay, there I can climb up. Lisa, you're climbing very slow.
well, she's literally carrying the whole team.
I do have like stamina food, so if she runs out of stamina, she will not fall. If I need, I can give her stuff.
Give her Mars bar.
Yes. Or a Snickers.
Exactly, Snickers.
Okay. I don't see from these plants. Where am I? I think we might need to go down there.
I hope you're right, because it's a heck of a climb back up if you have to.
Yes, but I think so.
Alright.
But I really need a cooking station.
Next cooking station is on the continent. No!
Well, I wonder because I didn't see yet any.
I
kind
didn't
of
see,
cooking.
and usually the cooking stations are everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, what is that? Is that a...
You know, it would be funny because she, Liza is
huge.
like a wizard or like a kind of like a witch. You know, would be instead of having wings, she would have a broom.
Well, yeah. Ah, there is at least a teleport waypoint. You're at the right place, but I would love to have a cooking station. But anyway, let's go inside. I don't think that there will be any trouble. No! I cannot with two characters.
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh?
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me that you do indeed possess the power to change the tide of the times. At present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, the people's aspirations are being senselessly trampled underfoot. Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds, given the contact we are required to have with them in the performance of our duties. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Thus, we cannot remain indifferent to this situation without also remaining indifferent to our own fate. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can...
Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please, wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition.
Of course.
You must fulfill 3
At
small
least it's not
wishes on my
300
behalf.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world. Does Paimon got that right?
Correct. Please do all you can to help them.
Yeah,
I will
small
await your
wishes.
return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Right, thanks.
Yeah.
It's a long way to the Raiden Shogun.
This is one of those situations where you could have said, this could have been an email.
Ooh, I can steal some books.
Yeah, steal. Since they ask us to do so much, might as well steal
Exactly.
everything. Steal everything you can.
Yes, I steal everything I can.
And if they have a kitchen, use it.
Well, yeah, that would be great, but... Let's check outside.
Yeah.
And that's like the reputation thing. That's in every village or city, not
Yeah.
village.
Settlement, you would say.
Oh, something like that.
Yeah. I guess this is the road we were supposed to come here in the first place.
Yeah, probably. Oh, what the?
Hello, raccoon.
Hi! It's a tanuki, I think. Oh,
Okay.
bye. I guess. Ah, you're there now? Okay.
Okay.
Ah. No, no, no. No, no, no. I cannot fight now. No, no, no. Ah, you know what? We just go back to the usual place. here. It's fine, it's thousands of kilometers away. We just teleport here for the food.
Imagine somebody travels all the way to Japan and then you fly back to Europe only to use a microwave.
Right, yeah. Okay, which one would be the best for revival? Let's go with the tea break. We have a lot of stuff for that.
I don't like the local food. I want Big Mac. I'm sorry, it's just so funny.
Okay, we can revive at least one of them. Oops, I am burning myself.
You're in for a little.
Come on, we can do it.
Okay, and Kaya, we still have to wait. But until then, we can travel back. Although, you know what? I cook a bit more because
Cook a
these
bit
were.
more, because you are here, you might as well cook as much as you can.
So.
Especially if the islands don't have any cooking place, so.
Well, maybe they do have. It's just okay. This restores. What do we have here? Not that many tomatoes.
I have played games before where there is cooking and crafting, and your just cooking selection here has more than all the games I've played combined.
Yeah, it does have a lot, but I do
really
love it.
It seems that there really is like developers really had like connoisseurs of food, or how to say. That I'm not criticizing. I will like, of course, it's actually quite interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet Madame is always good. Satisfying salad. Good for some boss fights. And this is not all of it because I can always acquire new recipes.
Yes.
But look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is more.
It's crazy.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big.
Okay, let's go back all the way. Well, at least we can teleport here.
Yeah. That's good.
Look, and we are here.
Let's see. Where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima to stay. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived here 30 years ago. Keeping out
30?
the treasure
I thought they said
hoarders,
3 years.
fending off any monsters that draw near,
30. But then he is...
quarrels between the villagers.
He looks good for 30 years.
Yeah.
An enormous amount
he
of
has
work into
protected
looking after
30
this
years,
place.
so he's
And
older
we
than
all
30.
think the
He's at least
world of
50.
him.
Yeah.
But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We can't help but wonder, was it something we did? We will gladly apologize if that's the case. All we want is for him to stay.
If you want my opinion, something to do with the Vision Hunt decree. It's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong, and still they confiscated his vision. After that, he became a completely different person. I can't claim to fully understand it, but I could tell that he'd lost something very important to him. He went off on a walk, alone, circled the village a few times, and then out of the blue, he announced that he was going to leave and become a wanderer. Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right thing to do. But equally, it doesn't feel right to let him leave when he's in this state. He's a lost soul.
Seems like he's a well-respected guy around here. You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me?
Okay, he does look
It's
like
not
he's
a question of why
Yeah.
I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True, but that's not why I chose to stay here. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. Ever since they took my vision away, it's like a slice of my memory is gone. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then, it's gone now. So I thought, what's to stop me from moving around instead? The emptiness inside me will be there either way.
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover the reason you chose to stay, you won't need to leave anymore, right? But if you can't remember anything, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then it'll all come flooding back?
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary? If you say so. I honestly can't seem to remember.
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying at the time that you wanted to make a note of a few interesting things. Things which would prove very important at a later date.
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving, we just need to find his diary. It must be around here somewhere. Let's take a look.
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the diary. We should head back to the village to inform the others of Tejima's situation.
Okay, let's find the diary. Can I revive my... Okay. I can revive my other character.
This
Oh, that
looks
was
like
easy.
Tejima's
Yes.
diary, all right? Let's see what we have here. Today, the villagers and I got together to cook dry braised salted fish. I messed up and burned mine a little, so I had to pretend that it was black snakehead instead. Today, I helped rescue a kid who had fallen in the water. After I pulled him out, he told me that his best friend Bamboo was still in the water. I searched the water the whole afternoon before finding out that Bamboo was the name of his pet
Yeah.
crab. I went kite flying today. The string broke, so I chased after it as fast as I could. I soon realized I was never going to get it back, so I just found somewhere to sit and watch as it flew away into the distance. Seems like your average diary of daily village life. Huh? Wait, there's more! I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The Omamori you gave me has faded a little, but it is still my most treasured possession. Now that's the kind of info we're looking
Some kind of
for.
protection
Time to pay a
charm,
visit to the
maybe?
shrine.
Maybe. Let's go and check the shrine.
Is that fruit? Lavender melon.
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay, where is that shrine? Should be somewhere here. Ah, this one, I think.
So this is the Omamori Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design, Paimon would have thought it belonged to a child. But anyway, if he had this with him all the time, there's a chance some of his elemental energy remained on it. Do you think that it might come in handy?
Find. Use elemental sight to find clues in the diary. In the diary?
Okay.
inside. We cannot go inside, so I suppose we have to go behind. Ah, here.
Here we are! This seems to be somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe Tejima buried something precious here. Something that kept him in the village all these years? Must be something pretty amazing if it made him stick around for 30 years. Let's dig it up and take a look. It looks like a letter. The paper's gone yellow. Must have been written a really long time ago. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? Huh. So the reason Tejima came here was to wait for someone. But he's been here for 30 years.
Or girlfriend.
Oh, guess they didn't show
Or
up in
brother.
the end, huh?
Or someone.
Well, let's go give Tejima his stuff back and take it from there.
But if his memory, like whatever his vision or ambition is taken, then even if they give him the letter, I'm not sure he will remember.
Yeah. Where did he go? Ah, there.
Well, I'll be. That's certainly my handwriting. And I guess the Omamorian letter belonged to me too. But I have no memory of anything that's written in this diary. Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone here, and that I chose to wait for 30 years. Over the years, I must have made a note of anything interesting. Anything that I could share with her when we were finally reunited. And just look at all the things that did happen over the years. The time has flown by so quickly. 30 years feels like the blink of an eye. How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Now that I think about it, when my vision was taken from me, it felt like I'd suddenly been hollowed out. Love, regret, everything I felt for her, it's all disappeared. No, not especially. After all, I've forgotten who she was.
That's
her
sad.
face,
Yeah.
her voice, the things we experienced together. I barely recall any of it. It's as if she'd never been in my life to begin with. As if all these years have been nothing but a hazy dream. I think maybe not. If this is something I waited most of my life for, I suppose I should carry on waiting. Although, what if she were to turn up eventually, only to find I didn't remember so much as her name? Wouldn't that be upsetting for her? When I think about it like that, I do feel a slight tinge of sadness in my heart. How curious. Why am I thinking like this when I don't even remember who she is? It's just like that feeling of emptiness. The feeling that something is missing. Thank you both for helping me reconnect with my reason for staying here. I shall remain here and keep waiting for her.
Tejima seems to be dealing okay, but still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Toma were saying. If you lose your vision, you lose all your hopes and dreams too. That certainly explains the state Tejima was in earlier. At least we were able to help him, weren't we?
I'm sure we'll, in the end, we will bring the
Let's
vision
go
back
find
to
the
all
next
three people,
person.
so somehow.
If you want something sad, then you should check out, you know, I did actually buy Juice story quest, which is damn sad.
Oh.
So if you want to check out something sad,
Yeah.
then you're welcome to check that out.
Alright.
Let's do one more person and then we end the episode.
Alright.
That's a side quest there. But let's go to the main quest now. Lots of side quests.
Yeah.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun.
Ah, there is a
They're
door.
the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree.
Doesn't Tenryu mean
Why
like
would they
heavenly?
take action against one
Or
of their
something like
own?
that.
Something like that, yeah.
Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about emergency provisions.
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand? Not some goods to be pocketed by greedy samurai.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this.
Oh, huh? And who are you? One of Kurosawa's gang, no doubt.
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you can help us settle this matter. This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself. I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true colors. He's the same as all the other samurai. It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. But why would she ever want
Because we
us
lost
to
his
help
vision
someone
and
like
therefore we don't need
him?
members.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa and see what he has to say.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was hoarding supplies, would I still be the poor man I am today? My own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work. Apparently, I'd even disappointed the Raiden Shogun. And that's why they confiscated my vision.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your vision?
To be perfectly honest, I don't seem to remember the details. All I know is that I would perform certain things every month. But I don't recall what they were. And it's not just that. I have this unsettling feeling, like someone owes me something.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I wouldn't be going through such hard times right now. To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders, which is why I came here in the first place. I was chasing after them when I got held up by these two. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself. If there were any emergency provisions to be had, they would have found them.
Huh. He seems to be telling the truth, but we better confirm. Let's go round up those treasure hoarders and see what they have to say. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
Okay, let's find them. We have to go that way.
Wasn't Kurosawa the famous Japanese director who made those samurai movies?
Maybe, I actually
If I
don't
remember right.
know.
If
Oh, Fox.
Hello, Foxy.
Hello. Can I pet you?
No.
Not really. Cute.
Just enjoy.
We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot.
I mean, besides that one house.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be a lot more where this came from. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and plunder that will go down in Hoarder history.
You demand, boss.
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson.
Okay.
Another test subject.
Oh, there
Yes.
goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa. Oh, I remember. So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck. I knew we shouldn't have hit that place.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. All we found was a strange-looking box, hopefully with valuables inside. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself once we got back. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box
We could
for
just
our freedom.
kill them and just
What
take
do you
the box.
say?
I mean, unalive them.
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
No.
Or we could just give them to the authorities.
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store, a Miss Aoi. We're talking tons of Mora here. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the bottom of this. As for you guys, you're free to go. Just pray that our paths
Be taken
don't
to
cross
authorities and thrown in
again.
jail.
Yes, of course. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that mean we broke even?
Shut it. Let's just get out of here.
Doggy.
Ah, okay.
Ah, okay. I climbed on the mountain. Or maybe we can just... Ah, no. Anyway, I climbed here. Think last time I did that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Here.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. He'd always put the payment on his own account. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost. So, he started writing out IOUs to cover whatever he couldn't afford of the usual
where all the
amount.
food stuff went.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the prices increased, couldn't he just buy less?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculating how much they needed to sustain them each time. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough, especially after such long and careful planning. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather than let the people down.
Wow. Kurosawa was purchasing all the emergency provisions at his own expense. And no one ever appreciated what he did. They just complained and held him accountable.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, nobody cares to think twice. If you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about the supplies from the start, then there wouldn't be such a severe backlash now. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he was doing was truly a thankless deed. As for why he chose to spend his own money on emergency provisions and never tell anyone, I'm still not too clear myself. If you're still curious, why don't you go ask him yourself? I see. That reminds me, it seems that his vision was recently confiscated. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but to sell that sword that is so dear to him.
Sword? What sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very valuable blade. He's carried it for years now. I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father, that it was too precious to sell. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even provide you with the answers you're looking for. Oh, but before you go, if you would kindly settle today's bill.
But we didn't buy anything.
Information is also a kind of commodity, wouldn't you agree?
You get nothing.
Don't worry, I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway. Oh, let me think. 2,000 mora should be a fair price.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Plus, we found out that Kurosawa has a priceless sword in his possession. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again and see if he can remember anything. What are you doing here all by yourself? Where did those other two go?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. They left. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Perhaps I should start using it more often. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarders? Everything I said was true, right?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions, but they were all purchased at your own expense.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Even after all you've told me, I still don't remember anything. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? I really don't understand. But I cannot deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow reluctant to do so. And this sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. My father ended up catching me in the act and scolded me severely. What did he say? I can't seem to remember that either. It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. So many memories gone. Forever. No matter how hard I try to remember, all I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed. Before he passed away, he placed the sword in my hands and said to me, "With this sword, you should..."
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and justice? Somehow those two words seem to explain everything now. Taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use are virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. And look how things ended up. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision. And the very people I was so desperately trying to help refused to understand me. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable to be bad. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yet another troubled soul. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's debt. The Yashiro Commission would surely help cover his expenses. In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like losing all ambition is a terrible experience. Fortunately for us, you don't have a vision. Let's go find the next poor soul.
Okay, I think we will continue next time from here and find the third person. So, see you next week. Bye bye!